membership meeting and awards luncheon is now called to order. Welcome. On behalf of the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition, we greet you. We are glad that you're with us today on a rainy day to enjoy and fellowship with us. This event is always scheduled right after our Rights After Wrongs event. The purpose of that is to say thank you to all the partners and to all the folk who do such great work, not only in conjunction with Rights After Wrongs, but do great work all year long. It also gives us an opportunity to fellowship and network and strengthen that group of folk who are out there in the trenches all the time. So one of the great things about the reentry Rights After Wrongs is the part where service providers get to meet other service providers that they didn't even know existed and get to know the work that they do. So again, we are so glad that you found the time to come and be with us. So that we get, I would like the members of the Reentry Care Organization to please stand. So you see who we are. There are two fantastic gentlemen who always take it upon themselves to make sure that this event takes place. One is Mr. Robert Combs, and the other one is the beautiful Mrs. Scott Lawson. Ladies, make sure you see Scott's shoes today. He and the bow ties are characteristics of the personality of Scott and the work that he does. Also would like to recognize the officers, Pat Brandon, who is the secretary of the organization, Michael Bob, who's in the back, who serves as vice chair, Mr. Howard Jackson, who works as chairman of the membership committee, and who am I missing? Where is it? Okay, Denise, I'm sorry, Denise. Denise is that Wonder Woman person that we have, who is everywhere doing everything for everybody. So we're glad to have you with us. I also want to recognize our elected officials. I saw the Honorable Judge Judy Green. I saw also Director B.J. Warwick. I saw Judge Joanna Rita. Where's Rita? She's over here. So we're grateful to, are there any others that I might have missed? Please nudge me during the lunch break if I have forgotten anyone. So that we start out decent and in order, I want to ask for this particular piece, the Reverend Deborah Center, who also works as part of the Workforce Rock Reentry Program, to come and say blessings and do our final prayer.
Let us pray. Eternal and all-wise God, we come before your throne of grace on today. Just thanking you for another opportunity to gather in fellowship on this joyous occasion, celebrating the CARE Coalition, the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition, and all the wonderful things that they do. Lord, we thank you that you have counted it not robbery to look out and take care of the least of these, those that are in need, those that some may turn their back on, but you allow those that are gathered here today to see that all of God's people are created equal, and that we all make mistakes, and all of us are in need of forgiveness at one time or another. So Lord, we thank you for this day and this opportunity, for this occasion. Now Lord, we ask you to bless those in leadership positions with the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition. We ask you, oh God, to bless the leaders in this great city of Little Rock. We ask you to bless, oh Lord, Eric Higgins as he steps into his new capacity as Pulaski County Sheriff. Bless what God gives, bless the food that has been prepared for us. Bless the hands that have prepared it, that it give nourishment to our body. We thank you, Lord, for all that you have done, all that you're doing, and all that you will do. We ask this in the mighty and precious name of Jesus Christ. And all of God's people said amen. Amen.
We are under the guise of our caterer, Scott. Would you let me know when the caterer is ready? Just do a few housekeeping things while we are waiting for the direction of the caterer. Our police department to introduce our speaker.
Good evening. All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. You might want to get your notes together. Sheriff Higgins, he approached me when I walked in the room and while I was in here. And I thought to myself, well, I'm here personally to introduce you. And I get the feeling that he is starting to believe and learn that he's going to have to be charged. I'm going to charge him an introductory fee. It's my second time, I've been reading third. Yeah, and so I think that's a concern of his. But now, the sheriff, I have two introduction pieces of paper here, and so depending on how you look at me, depends on which one I'm on presenting.
I'm glad you're here.
Seriously, I'm more than excited to have to introduce, a guy I consider a dear friend and a brother in Christ and a lover of people. And I really respect Eric Higgins. He's a lifelong resident here of Little Rock, Arkansas. Unfortunately for me, he retired back in 2015 as assistant chief after 30 years experience in law enforcement. He was briefly an instructor at Arkansas Baptist College, where he served as the director of the Derek Olivier Institute on Black Violence. He was a previous instructor at Charlotte College in the criminal justice field. Also, he was a volunteer instructor for the reentry program called the Exodus Project, Out for Life. He's a managing partner with Solve Solutions, LLC, and he's a pretty smart guy. He has a BS degree in multidisciplinary studies, government and business, and an MA in human services, executive leadership, and counseling from Liberty University. He's a member of the Volunteer Schools, Volunteer Public Schools Executive Board, and served as the president of the governing board at Lisa Academy. He's been married for 26 years and will be 27 next month. He's no baby. And the last time I had the opportunity to introduce Eric Higgins was about a year ago. And I didn't get a chance to say this. Now I can say this.
Yeah.
Stand to your feet.
Yes.
Put your hands together for the brother who made history tonight. Madison County Sheriff Eric Higgins.
Thank you. Sarge, I appreciate you. What he didn't tell you is that he handed me a little note about Socrates. Have y'all heard the story about Socrates? There was a teacher that gave students an assignment and told them to write 4 things about Socrates. Now, this is what Sarge gave. One of the students wrote, Socrates lived long ago. Socrates was very smart. Socrates gave long speeches. Socrates' friends poisoned. consider Sergeant Davis my friend. So I guess he's trying to tell me something. You know, I just want to talk to you about why I am in the position I'm in. First of all, praise God. I just want to read something to you. You probably know the story where Christ is talking about the separation of the goats and the sheep. And he says, part of he's talking about what he's going to say to people after they come to him. One of the verses, for I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. You know, personally, years ago when I read that, I said, well, you need people to go and visit people in prison. Absolutely, you've got to have that. Everybody can't do everything. But that wasn't for me. I believe as a police officer working the street, interacting with people, that we have to treat people right. Sometimes you have to make an arrest, sometimes you don't. You use that discretion. And you always treat people with respect. Whether you were talking to them on the street, whether you were making an arrest, whether you were transporting them to jail. But it never occurred to me that my role should be to visit those in prison. When I retired from the Little Rock Police Department, my goals were to teach. That's all I wanted to do. People ask me, you going to get back in law enforcement? You going to run for anything like that? I said, no, I'm not. I'm done. My season is over. As far as law enforcement. I had the opportunity, someone called me and asked me to come see what was going on at Arkansas Baptist College. I had a relationship with Dr. Hill, and I knew some things we partnered with him. But to see the Exodus Project, which was a reentry program. And I went there and I sat in the class for about 5 minutes and I asked Paul Stevens, Paul Chandler, what can I do? How can I help? I'm retired. All I'm doing is going to Walmart, Home Depot, and buying stuff. So I need something to do. And they said, will you teach a class? And I said, well, I'd love to teach a class. This is volunteering. I said, but I'm not sure how well I'll be received being a former police officer. And they said, try it. And I did. And I taught a class called Getting Ahead While Getting Out. 3 hours a day, 2 days a week. And then it was 3 hours a day, 4 days a week. And then I was there as much as I could be beyond that time. And I fell in love with the idea of talking to people who were incarcerated, to let them know that you can have hope, that you are a person, that just because you have a criminal record, that doesn't define who you are. And I love the interaction with the men and women, because it helped me, I believe, be a better person. The opportunity came when Judge Humphrey asked me if I would run for sheriff. Now, don't think that was his first choice. He actually went to Sergeant Davis first. Now I'm still talking about counseling related to that. But I told him no. I was not getting back in law enforcement. That's not what I wanted to do. And he kept on, and he asked me to pray about it. So I'll pray about it. So I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll pray about it. And I prayed about it, talked to my wife about it. And my wife, and I talked to kids, and my wife told me, Eric, you'd like to help people. Think about what God is doing. God's given me an opportunity to work 30 years in Little Rock Police Department. He's given you the opportunity for 4 years working with the reentry program. God is creating an opportunity for you to increase your area of influence.
Amen. Yes.
And so I said, I'll Lord's willing, I'll be blessed County Sheriff. You know, I just want to point out that I asked God 4 years ago, 5 years ago, about being chief of police of Little Rock. And I said, if God's willing, it will happen. And it didn't happen because that wasn't God's will. God's will was for me to work with reentry and take that experience and take it to the Blackson County Sheriff's Office.
Yes.
And I am so excited about the opportunity that I have to work with you and others in this room. You know, with the Blackson County Sheriff's Office, we do a real good job of arresting people. We do a real good job of housing people. But we miss restoring people. And that's the opportunity that we have. I am not the expert in reentry. But I know that I'm in a position to facilitate reentry. You know, I want you to know that how I see this, I come from the perspective of if we help people understand, 4 P's is what I call it. First of all, understand who you are as a person, created by God, so you have value. And then you're created with a purpose. We each have our own unique skills. And each of us have run into people who have maybe passed through the criminal justice system, and you've seen them, and maybe they're not using their skills in the right way. So we help them to understand and recognize that they're created for a purpose, and that's related to their skill. And then we help them understand that there's principles you need to follow. You know, there's things that we were talking a lot of time in kindergarten. Don't take stuff that don't belong to you. Don't be hitting on folks. Very simple things. Be respectful. And so we help them understand those things. Help them understand to have hope. Sometimes all I see is negative. And sometimes what I hear people tell me is negative. And so I don't have the hope. I don't believe I can be more than maybe what I see or what I'm told. So it's so important that we communicate that to the individuals. And I believe if I understand who I am as a person, I have value. I have a purpose. I'm created. I have unique gifts. I have a purpose. And there's principles I got to follow. I can do what's right. Then the proof is in the way I live my life. I don't have to tell you not to break my house, as you know. But we have to deal with the different issues that people come to the table with. Sometimes it's mental health. Sometimes it's addiction. Sometimes it's just, like I said, a loss of hope. I don't think I can do better. And it's our responsibility to try to instill hope in people. At the Sheriff's Office, my vision for the reentry program, it's really a three-tier program. Because what I'm concerned about is we're going to track, we know the recidivism rate in the state. I want to know the recidivism rate for the Blackson County Sheriff's Office. Because if I can reduce recidivism in our facility, then we will most definitely reduce recidivism in the state. So what we're going to focus on is looking at the people who are low-level offenders that's coming through our facility, our repeat attendants, and help them so that they don't come back. Give them the tools that they need to keep them coming back. Now, we've got to do some things internally. We're working on that now. We've got a tier program of looking at how we house the individuals there, what pods they're in, how we can isolate some people so that we can do some significant classes for both men and women. So that's one part of it. The second part is what we have any day, we have anywhere from 160 and 190 individuals who are qualified. And the intent is for them to pass through our facility and go them out for them to do their 90 days and receive some treatment or some community corrections. Well, unfortunately, they're going to spend their 90 days in our facility. And as it's been in the past, they receive no program. So we want to provide some programming to those individuals while they're in our facility and see what we can do. How can we partner, of course, so that some of these individuals have jobs? How can we work to keep them working and maybe spending some time in some nights or whatever in our facility? All that has to be worked out. The other part of the plan is I want a facility for people who have been convicted in Pulaski County. Their parole plan is to come back to Pulaski County. I want to receive them 6 months before their release date. I want to create a facility there where they come back to that. So we slow down that release. And I know it's so important that we slow down the release of individuals so they can better prepare themselves, so they can talk with you and receive wise counsel about where they live. Help them get a job. So they're not caught in the tyranny of the moment upon their release. Provide that 6-month program. And then help them find jobs during that process. And maybe there's a reentry facility, transitional house, that they need to go to who's not prepared to live on their own. Working with partnerships with organizations so we can direct them to facilities. We've got to help these individuals come back. We have to stop punishing. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was downtown and ran into a gentleman. He thought I was in the legislature. And he approached me and he said, I just want y'all to do something. I did flat time and I was released. And they gave me $100, something like that, and a bus ticket to Little Rock. I got off the bus. I didn't know anybody. What am I supposed to do? Now, he had made some connections since when I talked to him. But he was just talking about that process. We've got to do better as a people. And we've got to push our legislators to provide better services, resources. Another thing that I'm planning on doing at the Sheriff's Office, and some of you may not like this, I want to develop a Sheriff's Award to give to transitional houses. Now, my goal is this, to put some pressure on transitional housing. I know of some that are doing great. I know of some that need some help. And my hope is that I can put some pressure on them. The transitional housing has the fewest number of residents that re-enter our facility will receive an award. Now, I'll be open about this because I really believe that you're applying for grants. Those organizations are applying for grants, things like that. And it's my hope that the organization that receives the Sheriff's Award will use that when they apply for a grant. And so they will put pressure on other organizations who don't receive an award, so that we all rise up. Now, I know that I don't want to imply that we have transition houses that don't care about people. Because I don't know the people who are running those organizations. I don't pretend to know. But we have to step up and try to do more to help the people that we are here to serve. I'm excited about the opportunity. There's so much more to the Sheriff's Office that we have. More community policing, youth programs. It's my desire for the OK program countywide, where we can put officers in our schools to address the needs of African American youth in our community. Have a youth program for our young ladies. We have to do more than just arrest and house. We have to work with our youth. The way we police, we must be community focused. We must be safety driven. It's not about race. And then we have to have a baseline of integrity. We have to, the Sheriff's Office, all of law enforcement, we have to do what's right. And we need you to hold us accountable to do that. Re-entry is key part of the sheriff's office, of what we do, what we're going to do. It's going to take money for us to do what I want to do. Because I don't want to put somebody coming back in a cell that looks like every other cell. Wherever they come to, they feel like they have value. And that's going to cost. So it's my desire to create a sheriff's foundation to raise money so that I can have a facility that's going to instill hope and value to people coming back to our community. And if we address the people coming back, we bring them back well. Not only are they restored to our community, hopefully to their families, and they're productive citizens. The byproduct of that is lower crime and fewer victims. Because crime is driven by what's inside. We do what's right because what's inside us. And so we need to help and restore our community. And I look forward to working with you. Need your prayers. You may have suggestions and advice. I need them. I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Sheriff, thank you so much for being with us on our 5th anniversary. Rodney Easby, would you come up to the front, please? I want to do a couple of quick ones. Hopefully, we're going to do a speed presentation. So as many as I know that our sheriff has to go to his meeting. And I'm also going to ask Robert Collins and Scott Lawson to come up. You talk about success stories of returning citizens. Our caterer is a returning citizen. He has been with us for the last 5 years. He has, by him being here, he has also grown his business. He is now Isby Creations. And we encourage all of you to use Isby Creations. So, Sheriff, if you come over, Rodney, make this presentation on behalf of the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition. Thank you for all you do for us. Now, with the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition membership, please stand for the presentation of the Daddy Jack Award. The Daddy Jack Award is the award that's given to a member in honor of the former president or chairman of the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition, which was Jack's father. Jack wanted to do all the things that we're trying to get done now. Jack thought that every returning citizen should have an opportunity to have a second opportunity to be successful. Jack himself was a returning citizen. Each year, it's my honor to look within the membership and find someone who has the tenacity, the compassion, and the concern for returning citizens that Daddy Jack had. This year's member that is receiving this award is Nick Zane. Nick shows concern. With everything we do, Nick shows concern and compassion. It's an honor for us to present this year. We're finding them. That's why I asked Robert to come appreciation for you being our speaker today. Thank you, the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition, always collaborating with members and the community of reentry in your home.
Will do.
All right, now we can get to the meat of it. There are various organizations. Can I have the Veterans Day Treatment Center come forward, please? These are the folks who take care of They are led by Dr. Estella Morris. They are a fantastic team of folk that we get to collaborate with, and they show up for those folks that have served us well. And to Tammy and also Ray Hunt, who work with us diligently as a part of the Reentry Coalition. Members of Decarcerated. All of us serve in different capacities. Decarcerate is hard on legislators and folks who make decisions. But for Morgan, you would have known this would be her path because of who Morgan's parents are. She's truly the story of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And she really takes to heart what my pastor often says. She comforts the disturbed, but she certainly disturbs the comfortable. Please come forward. On behalf of the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition, we recognize and we appreciate all the work the members and our incarcerated veterans for the many citizens of the state of Arkansas. There is a voice in the state of Arkansas that gets all over Arkansas, and I don't know what we would do in getting our message out if we didn't have KBS. Neil Seeley, they open up the airways for everyone to get their message out. Each year during their campaign time, we are making sure that the funds are there to keep the station open. We try to do our part, but it's nothing about getting to go and spend an hour or so with John Diaz. Please accept this award on behalf of the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition. We have partners who have been with us with the whole issue of rights after wrongs, and the people that each year they grow and they support, and they grow and they support. And the first organization that I'd like to recognize that's been with us ever since we started making sure that we have a citizens one stop for returning citizens is Drivers Control. They started with 2 people, this year they had 5, and next year I'm sure they'll have more. On behalf of the whole board, thanks. Now, there was a time when this table didn't get many folks, but I think we kind of outgrew that this time. Because normally the folks who come to get the services during the reentry time do not want to hear anything about child support. But when Chartrice is at the table, she has a way of bringing people to gravitate toward her. And she too has been an organization that has always been there for the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition, but she's everywhere, y'all. She's in and out of the prison. She's everywhere that she can serve our returning citizens. So will the Office of Child Support Enforcement please come forward? because we want to tell them just how important your agency is to the Georgia citizens. Thank you so much. Now, we have a new kid on the block, but we didn't really know how to take him. But he is so persistent, and he is so committed to the whole issue of criminal justice. He took the pushback, and he kept coming back. And he has by far become one of the most valuable partners that we have. We recognize we don't always agree on everything, but those things that we agree on, he makes one heck of a partner. Ryan Norris with Americans for one of our also long-term partners is Intergy. Do we have anybody here from Intergy? Through the person of April Burst. April not only works hard as part of the Deltas, but she also makes sure that the funds are there. I'm going to ask Erica. Erica, are you still in the room? Erica, would you come and receive this on behalf of Energy? Because we know you hustle. She's in Miami, so we're not going to hate on her. One of our this year that is doing work, real serious work on television every day with the Victory Over Violence is Channel 4 and Fox 16. They were our partners, new partners this year for Rights After Wrongs, and we also want to recognize them. And Juanita, if you would come up and receive this for Channel 4 and Fox 16, we would appreciate that. And I'm sure you recognize these two ladies from the news this morning, right? The new escape room. Okay, I know what I'm guys. Okay, I'm turning it over to Robert.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have one more award, and it's a new award, and as Anthony doesn't know about it, it's called the Leadership Award. And it's for the leadership of Ms. Lita Young.
Thank you. I tell you, it's an honor just to work with people who care so much about the people who are returning and people in general who are in transition. Thank you so much. We have one other award, and I know Mike Bob is holding up the sign-in sheet for Act 570 for the reactivation of Act 570. Act 570 was one of those bills that was passed in 2011 that was the public safety bill where we really showed progress in turning back the clock on how many people were being reincarcerated because of the recidivism rate. Since that time, we've seen those numbers pick up. So if we go back to it, I think we're going to see a whole lot of great things that come out of that. This next award is another award that sometimes we overlook the obvious. Those folks who make us comfortable, those folks who make us welcome in their workplace. And this year, we wanted to recognize the folk here at the center. Whenever we call, they're always so courteous. So City of Little Rock, if you're in here, you need to know what a great job these folks do. Whatever information we're asking for, they let us in, they let us set up, and it's just awful easy to work with them. So today we want to recognize the staff here at the center. So I'm going to ask Scott to make this presentation.
This is our third year.
Okay.
So here, so we just want to let y'all know that we do appreciate everything you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there are no other announcements, this really concludes our program. Again, we try to be mindful of your time. We hope that you would take a few minutes just to network with some of the folks who are here that are the same people who you do work with every day. Put a face to a name in some instances, and continue to support the work of the Central Arkansas Reentry Coalition. Do I hear a motion for the adjournment?